Hello guys, sorry for not uploading for a couple of weeks, but I have had a lot going on in real life, so I haven't really had the time to record. But now I'm here and we have a lot to do. We are going to collect a bunch of sand, build the dome on the tower, and also dig a little bit in the animal cave. So I will see you after the time lapse. Alright, there we go. So we still have a lot of space to dig out here. I want to continue that way too. I'm not sure what to have there though. Probably like chicken farms and stuff like that. And I'm gonna see if I can get over here in a good way. Alright, I have a staircase down here too. And up here, I probably want to continue that way a little bit. And probably have a platform here that you can stand on and get to from here. And the plan is to have a bridge from there going probably inside there and over here too. And then I will probably expand this part as well, like a really long way that way too. I think at least. I'm not entirely sure how I want this to look by the end, but I at least have a vague plan. Okay, and the tower up there looks great. I'm really happy with how the dome turned out. Let's see. I'm just gonna run up there. I need to decorate in here to make it look a little bit more lived in and make a staircase so it's easier to get up here. But I want to keep it looking like a cave though. So I just need to decorate a little bit. And here is the dome. As I said, I'm really happy with how it turned out. Maybe it's a little bit too big, but I think I like it like that. And I also spent some time doing the interiors here for the first two floors. So here we have space for the villagers. And we also have space in the middle to make more if we need to. And I spent a lot of time making this floor pattern, and I think it turned out pretty good at least. It's more interesting than just having a flat, boring floor with the same block. And up here we have the new storage room, because the one down in the base was almost full, and I feel like I'm gonna spend a lot of time up here by the villagers, so I might as well have my storage room up here. And these places above, like the roofs from the entrances here, they turned out to be really good to have chests inside. So I did that, and then I put a few around the edges here. I have a few barrels stuck in the corners. and also a bunch here in the middle. So it will probably be enough for a while, but not for too long because I want to force myself to make a new storage room later too. And up here, I probably want to make a bubble elevator to the top or something like that. I'm not sure yet, because I'm gonna have more floors all the way up, I think. And I need to do something with these big windows here, but I will figure that out later. I will probably have glowstone around the edges and the glass in the middle or something like that, I'm not sure. I think it looks really cool up here too, inside of the dome. It would also be cool to make one of these towers that's a little bit more menacing with a different block palette and make the ball red or something. And the plan is to have a bunch of trees and big plants in here to make it like a greenhouse, or at least that was the first plan, but I also think it would be pretty cool to make it like a good version of the Eye of Sauron in Lord of the Rings. That would be pretty nice. So I could add a big blue eye here. I really like that idea, but I'm not sure what I want to do. I also could make a bunch of large emeralds floating around in here because it's a trading hall from the villagers down there. So those are the three options, and I'm not sure which one I want to do. So maybe you can let me know in the comments which one you like most. Anyways, I haven't forgotten to add a lightning rod, so this won't burn up now. That's pretty nice. But I think I can call this mostly done now. I just need to finish the windows here and do all the interiors. Maybe a little bit of decorating around here. But I'm really happy with this. I think it's my most impressive build ever. At least in my opinion. I also want to go over here to the Mesa or Badlands or whatever and explain what I would like to build as my late game mega projects. I think this looks really cool and impressive, so I would really like to build here soon. Oh. There's a bunch of drowned here. Alright, let's just sleep here before. Okay, we have a lot of flat space here. Or relatively flat at least, and a bunch of mountains around the sides that look really cool, so I think it's a perfect spot to build here. But I'm not entirely sure exactly what I will end up building, but I think it would be really cool to make some sort of brutalist town here. That extends like from here all the way over here to the forest. Or jungle, I mean. This also looks really cool over there, so I want to build closer to that too. But anyways, so I want to build close to maybe from here to the jungle, and then have the brutalist town over here be really dry and like a bunch of sand has been blown up on the sides and stuff like that. And then in the jungle part, I want it to be really overgrown and have a bunch of water leaks and stuff like that. So there will be one overarching style, which is a brutalist town, but it will be different here compared to in the jungle. I think that will be really cool and interesting. And if you don't know what brutalist is, you can Google it, because I'm not that good at explaining. But I think you can explain it by combining a very dystopian future with a bunch of industrialism and mostly concrete and stuff like that. And big rough shapes, but I'm not entirely sure either. I just think it looks cool. Yeah, that looks really cool. You can't really see the dome that well. I think it will be better when we have something inside of it too. Maybe I can add glowstone rings around here, or from the bottom there all the way up and then around, and then from that side to that side too. Yeah, I want to light up in there at least, but I'm not sure how yet. I also need to decorate in here in the portal room still. There will be a lot of resource gathering though. Not large quantities, but different random stuff. For example, I need to get a sniffer so I can get those weird plants, and I also need to go into the nether, into the Crimson Forest and Warped Forest, and get all those plants. And then a bunch of mushroom blocks and stuff like that. I'm still not entirely sure how to make it look interesting. I could probably make it look like there are plants growing from the portal. So I could probably mix like dark blocks like this, like going out as veins and stuff like that, and then a bunch of green blocks. And then also the closer to the portal, the more overgrown and weird plants there are, and then a little bit further out like here, it looks more normal. And then also a few plants growing up the windows here. But yeah, I need to gather a bunch of random resources for that. Okay guys, I just want to take a moment here to talk a little bit about my plans for the channel. So I really want to branch out into making videos on other games as well, like Escape from Tarkov, Satisfactory and Arc Raiders, and a lot more games in the future too. Because I really love playing other games as well, and I want to share that. I just feel like right now the videos I have tried to make in other games are really bad, so I need to spend some time actually getting better there. And that also means I need to rebrand the channel to not only focus on Minecraft, so I'm gonna try out some designs there. And if you want to, I would really appreciate if you join me in the other games as well. But if you don't enjoy those kinds of games, that's completely fine, I completely understand. I just want to thank you guys for actually being here and supporting me and all that. It really means a lot. And I am so excited for the future. I really enjoy making videos, so I'm not going anywhere. I just need to get a better routine in. But that's it for this video. I really appreciate you being here, so thank you so much. And see you next time. Bye bye.